Say what? Dyno session part 3 is finally here. First time was air filters, second time was exhaust, and now it's time to explain dyno tuning coming up as soon as I get to work. Let's go. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is John Maxwell, and I'm a highly trained unprofessional right here at Chattahoochee, right here at Chattahoochee Harley Davidson. And on this channel, I bring you guys to work with me. So if you're into all things Harley Davidson, you should probably hit the subscribe button right now. It's right down there. What else is down there is part 1 and part 2 of this series. And my Facebook page and Instagram if you want to follow me. I'm just saying. So the last 2 videos are finally coming together with this one today. We are going to set up a bike on the dyno. We're going to learn how to read a dyno sheet so that it's more than just numbers to you guys. And we'll compare the before runs, the after runs on this Milwaukee 8 engine, and we'll probably compare it to some older twin cams too, and maybe I'll throw in a couple of built motor numbers too. So, cue the music. Alright guys, I've sat down like 4 or 5 times now to shoot this part, but, well, I'm trying to make this not complicated, but it is kind of complicated. I spent like 3 days on lecture learning how to read graphs and how to run the dyno machine and stuff like that, and I'm trying to break it down into a few minutes for you guys. But it's the next day now, we're starting over, and we just got all the dyno runs done. So, got a graph, can't see it, let me throw it up on the screen. Alright, first run, base runs are way off with 73 horse and 91 foot-pounds of torque. That is not good. But check out this air fuel line. It's way, way above the dash line. That dash line is my target area set at 13.8, which is the air fuel ratio. Let's break down this whole graph real quick. So on the left side, I got the power. Right side, I got torque. The bottom graph is my air fuel. And down at the very bottom, you can see engine speed. So all your graphs are always gonna be like that. The power and torque graphs might be swapped sides, but you're always gonna have air fuel to compare to your power runs. This traffic is out of control this morning too. So with the Fuel Pack 3, I can run auto tune sessions. I'll show you that screen too. So each of these little cells that are changing colors and such represent a spot where your throttle position is set. That's indicated on the top of this graph, and your RPMs, and they're set on the left side over here. So they're opposite each other, but you get the idea. So on this bike I ran 2 different auto tunes to finally get me a little closer at 80 horsepower and 100 foot-pounds of torque. So all the little squares you're seeing change colors is the auto tune, letting you know what throttle position and RPM you've already hit. Orange comes first. When it hits it again, it's yellow, and when it's had enough times to actually make an accurate tune, it turns green. The fun part is romping on this bike, getting at 100% throttle, and seeing how much power it makes. But the actual time-consuming part of a dyno tune is part throttle, using the brake of the dyno. Here, it's on my screen, I can show you. So I can gauge where the speed of the bike, I can make a lot of changes using the brake so that I'm getting all the cells hit and the bike gets fully tuned, not just this wide open throttle stuff that everybody talks about. All right, check out these power graphs, the before and after. The blue line is the before, it's the lower lines, and the red line is the after. See how much smoother it is when it gets the right amount of fuel? Also notice though how much this Milwaukee 8, I mean it's got gobs of torque right off the rip at, what's it, 2,500 RPM. So 95 foot-pounds of torque right away, carrying it up to 100 at about 3,500. Fact is though, this guy's spending a lot of money, so I want to get as much as I can out of this bike, and settling for just 100 is not going to cut it. So I can go in and I can manually change a few things with FP3's software, and I end up getting 81 horsepower and 102 foot-pounds of torque. That's after adding a little bit of fuel between 2,750 and 3,750. You can kind of tell in that blue line and red line on this graph. And it looks like I took away a little bit of fuel over 4,750. Once we get real high up there, over 5 grand, I really like it to have plenty of fuel since we're really pushing the engine at that point. So I leave it a little bit rich up there at the top end, like that. Is this making any sense to you guys? I got a lot of numbers running through my head. Hope it makes sense. Alright. I promised you guys some other numbers too. Let me find my other map. This bad boy is a built Milwaukee 8 with a stage 4 engine. It put up 120 horsepower and 115 foot-pounds of torque. That thing is super badass. Now, I didn't tune that bike, Sean did, so I don't really have any details on it. It wasn't used with a Fuel Pack 3 either. He used a Power Vision for it. Now, our dyno computer had gone bad a couple of weeks ago, so we got a new one. I didn't think about how that meant all of my twin cam maps are pretty much gone. Since I've been tuning so many Milwaukee 8s lately, that's really all I have on the computer. But I do have a 117-inch twin cam, which is not even comparable to what I tuned today, but it put up 112 horsepower and 117 foot-pounds of torque. So that's a beast of a motor too, and now all of his riding buddies want to do engine work because he's leaving them all in the dust. Alright guys, that's the video. I hope this helps you guys out. Hope you learned something. Hope I didn't totally confuse you. If you have any questions about it, you can throw them in the comments below. I'm usually pretty good about getting back to folks about stuff like that. But anyway, if you like this video, give it a big dirty thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, think about it. I post videos like this every week. Well, not really like this. All kind of videos. They're always Harley related though. So hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys next time.